Hi, welcome to Bolts Auction Company's Fine Art Auction Preview. This is our first of the year. This will be our Thursday, January 15th auction. We'll open at 5 and begin the fun selling this wonderful collection of Lancaster and worldwide artworks at 5:30 p.m. again. So again, you want to come in and preview. You can look at it online at our website, boltsauctions.com. You can also bid live and online. Online bidding is through highbid.com. You can link that from our Bolts Auction site. We have paintings here from all over. This is a Texas artist by the name of Jerry Ledbetter. Very fine layering and mixed media. When you come to the Bolts Auction art auction, you're going to find items here from Lancaster artists, from artists from around the country and worldwide. Just a wonderful collection in this sale. We have Julian Petrie works right here. Again, you're going to find abstracts, you're going to find realists, you're going to find all types of paintings from artists past and present. So this is a art history lesson as well as an art auction. So come on in, you'll find some beautifully framed quality prints of Demuth, all the way to originals, seriagraphs, Lancaster artists right here, Avery. This is a beautiful seriograph. We've got this artwork here. 8A is a beautiful artist here. And we have watercolors. We have illustrator art right here. Number 8 is Gordon Mortensen. He's a wonderful comic and illustrated artist. We have abstracts by up-and-coming works by amateur artists as well as professional artists. You'll have a Salvador Dali in the sale. You'll have a vintage Constantine Kermes. This one has Enron in it. That was 2001 Enron. You know, you remember the fraud there and 20,000 people lost their work. And this fabulous assemblage work by Constantine Kermes, Lancaster County artist. We have David Brumbach. A lot of people are very fond of his work. David was an endeared artist from Lancaster. We lost him in the 90s from complications from diabetes, but his abstract work and his realist work is just fantastic. You'll find a couple examples of that in the sale. We're going to move back down this way. We have a large collection of works by Matt Chambers and other contemporary artists. We have a collection of smaller original watercolors by Lidditz artist Andy Smith in the sale. These are really fun and very affordable, valuable paintings to have. You can collect those. There's a whole lot of those in the sale. We have some vintage Constantine Kermes prints from the late 60s. Right here, Constantine Kermes was active throughout Lancaster County from the 60s on into the late 80s, I believe early 90s. And we have a lot of his works in here. Again, 1968, Rooted Seasons here by Constantine Kermes, a woodblock print here. Other Lancaster County favorites like Keel and Christian Neuswanger. Keel was the father and Christian was the son. Keel was a Philadelphia Academy Arts student, and you'll find some of the wonderful works from other artists that attended the Academy. So again, we'll come down here to a Philadelphia artist, Walter Condit. Some of Lancaster's favorites by Dolores Hackenberger and Arlene Fisher here. And then we'll come around this side and we'll see some other wonderful works, more contemporary works. You've got Abby Rudisil abstracts. She's an Echo Valley group artist. That's a group of artists that have come together in Lancaster to help be supportive of each other and promote. And they have a fine auction that they do yearly at the park. So we'll keep you up to date with that. Call us if you have any questions about any of the artists you see. Another beautiful David Brumbach in the music series. This is a nice size painting. You've got some wonderful works in here coming up from Lancaster, Florence Starr Taylor. She was one of the first female artists and writers for the Lancaster newspapers. Back then it was Intelligencer Journal. She is well known for doing portraits of folks in Lancaster and depicting a lot of Lancaster County lifestyles. You got Weidman here, Dick Weidman. You've got another beautiful Florence Starr Taylor, Chambers. This is Wilson Chambers, father of Matt Chambers, or was it the grandfather? I'm not quite sure. Coming back over here, we got C.X. Carlson. Carlson's a well-loved Lancaster County artist. Here's a beautiful pen and ink. You've got more Florence Starr Taylors, very fantastical nymph from Florence Starr Taylor here, and she had a lot of doodling and drawings and sketches that were published and put out by Ron Edelman's gallery. So thanks to Ron for help preserving a lot of the estate of Florence Starr Taylor. We have artwork in here by a Texas artist. Again, number 69 here is Leland Arndt. And we have some beautiful still lifes in here. You're going to find a lot of really finely framed items in here. Some, because it comes from estates and other collectors, will need a little tender loving care. So take it and get it framed by your favorite shop in town. We have Heilman, Robert Heilman in Lebanon County. Just love the dark tones in his acrylic work that he did. And we have several of the Heilmans in this sale. You're going to really find that to be fantastic. Early print here by Luigi Rist. He was an artist, New Jersey, but then became a Lancaster County resident back in the late part of his career. This was published back in 1943 for the Christian Science Monitor and other publications. So a little woodblock print right there. And this is a really fine addition to the sale. We're going to move up to the front, talk a little bit more. In addition, we have uncatalogued items that will be offered in the sale. A lot of Sook Shugley's limited edition prints with, you can see, lots of color, very suitable to dress up any area of the house. Get these very affordably here at the auction, and you can frame them and set up, as well as old posters of artist gatherings. So again, a little bit of artist history right there as you come around the history of Lancaster County. I want to thank and say to support the galleries downtown. I was benefiting from Michael Haverly and Joyce's support during the early years of getting the auction started. We find that it's important to have a vibrant community full of art in the secondary market, as well as supporting the galleries. Here we have Robert Lyons, one of my favorite artists in the sale. Gail Gray, here's an older Robert Lyon in the sale. Mimi Heisted, a little Lancaster piece there. So again, you're going to find, as I mentioned, all kinds of time periods of Lancaster art in this sale. John Johnson, all kinds of works in here. We're going to come around this way and look at some more limited edition frame prints. These are all ready to go. You're going to see Workman in here. You're going to see David Broombach, Sook Shugley. You're going to find some Fred Roger in here, as well as Jerome Hershey. Coming up here, we're going to have a wonderful collection of George Clark's in the sale. This is a David Broombach earlier work here, I think from 1974. Minimalistic. It says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" Very, very interesting drawing by David. We have unframed pieces. We have contemporary art. We want to highlight a very special piece as well in the sale. This is a artist right here by the name of Ratner. Abraham Ratner was a artist that graduated from the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts. He studied in Paris along with Claude Monet, and you can see his surrealistic style. Who influenced who? Pablo Picasso influenced him, or vice versa? I always get a kick out of thinking about that time period. I'm sure they had a meeting somewhere. And then down here, we've got this wonderful C.X. Carlson collection of paintings. C.X. Carlson, as a lot of you know, was in the southern end Kirks Mill area, and all these panels here are encased within a found object that he used to do. Very interesting artist there as well. We have Eva Bender. She was a Swedish artist residing here in Lancaster. Love her subtle, soft fineness to her paintings and watercolor, very fine artist. She wrote poetry, and you can see the connection between poetry and her emotion and her artwork. Marlon Burt, oh man, he's been painting for some time, a good 20 years, but again, his works are very, very fine. Lancaster County artist. He's into architecture and other things, but here's a very fine acrylic that he did in the sale. We have some early Hensels, Joanne Hensel, another fine work by her from the 60s. She's still active, and she does, here's another wonderful work by her, an early William Early. I think that this is William Early, and then a later William Early right here. So we have that. Christiane David's in the house, Mimi Shapiro and her mixed media collage works. We have Trees Galore, we have more Hensels, and we've got John Johnson's, and the works go on, the works go on. I can't tell you enough how much it would be for you to come down and just see these works up front and close. I mean, you really get the emotion and the energy out of the artwork that we have here. Abby Rudisil, just a wonderful piece here. Another Carlson at the end. And again, we'll have over 200 selections for you. So please come on down. We do have the preview today, Wednesday, and we are open from noon until 4:30 for you to come and take a look. And we'll see you at the auction tomorrow night, hopefully. We'll open at 5, as I mentioned, and the sale starts at 5:30. You can bid either here or you can go online and bid. So thank you for the preview. I hope you guys stay safe, and we'll see you at the auction.